life.
It wasn't real life.
All right. You ready to start?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Bam. Hi, guys.
What's up, peoples?
Look, we have festiveness here in our lives because it's that time.
It's Christmas. You have plush velvet pants on.
I do. They match my hair, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, your hair is always pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of colors. I just got it done. For those of you who can't see my hair, it was mostly purple. Now it is like a tanzanite, velvety blue.
Man, you have
all the colors.
You have a wide vocabulary when it comes to colors.
Colors are my favorite thing on the planet.
Yeah. So
this is our first conversation of like my feelings about colors.
It's true. Like you just popped out the word tanzanite.
Tanzanite.
So what color is tanzanite?
Tanzanite is a mostly blue with purple undertones. It's a stone. It's actually rare stone. For those of you who don't know, that's what my wedding ring is tanzanite.
Is that how you know the color, or did you know the color?
I knew the color beforehand.
Before the stone?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I know all the colors.
Because I know you're into crystals and stones.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Marley. Girl.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you listen to the last podcast, we talked about my dog's farts. She just laid down and...
She got comfortable. I understand. Like the body lets go, sphincters release, and toots come out.
Well, she's pushing 15.
Yeah.
And I would say for the majority, basically all 15 years of her life, I bought her like super high quality like dog food.
Yeah.
Like the really bougie kind.
Got to.
Yeah. Well, not because I'm bougie, but I mean, I'm gonna be a little bougie.
I'm gonna be a little bougie with my animals if I'm gonna make this critter live in my house, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I want him to be healthy. You know what I mean? But the other day, me and Andre, my son, he was impatient with me with whatever we're doing. He was impatient with adult activities.
It happens.
Yeah,
they're
right.
hard to get through, even as an adult.
Yeah, right. Like I don't remember what we were doing. It was like we had to do this, we had to do this, we had to do all this stuff. And then Marley needed some food. Like that was like she hadn't had food all day, so she hadn't eaten. It might have been more than a day.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marley. And I kept saying, okay, we'll do this, and we'll get Marley some food. And he kept sneaking in funtivities. And I couldn't say no. I don't remember what they were. I was like, go to the playground or do this and we'll go, whatever. And then at the end of the day, I couldn't get Marley food. So I went to Instacart. And because I was like, well, we'll just Instacart it over while we're doing these other things. So I some kind of random dog food. It was like a cheap kind.
Yeah.
And then this situation's happened. So like, yeah. So
be glad you can't experience it.
Yeah. So
it's not that bad. It's
pretty bad.
But it's pretty funny.
It's pretty bad. Like her farts have always smelled the same for like 15 years now. They're totally different. It smells awful.
It's not good.
Yeah, this is the second episode we're talking about dog farts.
I mean, she's here. She's part
true.
of it. I'm looking at her. That's why if you're watching this, you're like, what is she doing?
Yeah,
I'm looking at the dog.
I need to get like some dog steps so you guys can see her, so she can get up here, so she could be a part of the podcast.
Yeah, she's a tiny mascot. She can wear like a vest with your face on it.
She can wear a vest with your face on it.
I think what's up?
That'd be even cooler.
Little purple alien face.
Yeah. But yeah, how did you get into colors? Because like that's one of the funny things. I've never met anyone that is into colors so much.
I don't know. I mean, my parents really let me kind of like be up in my own room and buy all the things. And I mean, I came home and painted my whole room. I painted half the room. It was green, like a really lime green.
Did it look good? How old were you?
Hell no, it didn't look good.
I was about to say
terrible.
I was about to say because how old were you?
Let's see. I was in the house my parents are in now, so I was in at least 9th grade.
So you're like 14?
Yeah.
Man, if I would have paint my room when I was 14, it looked like dog shit.
Oof, it was bad.
It looked awful.
So my grandpa made the room green because I was like, I want a green room. And it was not the best shade, but whenever your grandparents come to you and they just pick a color and they like put the labor of love into it, you're just like, that was great. Thank you. And even though I did not like it very much, it's okay. It was kind of like that plant green.
I've never heard anybody want a green room before.
Yeah, it was good. Green's a good color. It's good for the eyes. That's why hospitals are usually green. It's a calming color.
Hospitals are green?
Most hospitals, yeah, they have a light green to them.
I just thought that was like, you remember like appliances had that weird green like,
oh, the 70s, man.
Was it the 70s?
Yeah, 70s. They have that nice like mustard and they have this like intense green and then like the patterns and like the burnty orange, brown. So good.
I see. I hate it. Like,
so good.
Whenever I walk into someone's house, they still have that same color appliances. I'm like, y'all need to update.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you just live there. But yeah, so I was just like, man, I need to change that. I went and bought paint. And I bought this deep eggplant purple. So dark.
It was like looking into space.
So dark. And like I only have one light in that room. And then like the ceiling is A-framed. So as far as like lighting goes, it absorbed all the light. It was super dark in there, and I painted half the room purple. And I made like a zigzag, like where like my border was.
So you had a eggplant purple and a lime green room?
Yeah, it was like an adult Barney vibe. But yeah, I don't know where my color love came from, but I have awesome books about color.
Yeah.
Man, I the name is escaping me, but I used to keep it in my backpack. My sister gave it to me for my birthday last year.
Yeah.
And it goes through
like definitions of color.
Yeah.
You let me read it one time.
Yeah, it gives you like the different names of like, on like even just like the page of white, like just the color white. There's like a gray white, a red white, a brown white, a blue white, and it'll describe different hues. And this book breaks it down to elements or minerals, plant life, and then animals. And Darwin used this exact, not my book, but you can tell that this book has been like photocopied, and you see all these pages and the color is transferred really well. You have to do a lot of preserving for that color so it doesn't fade. So you have to keep it out of the sun. You have to make sure that the transfer of oils from your fingers don't touch it so that you can really keep it pristine.
Did you tell me that Darwin used it? That's how we like.
Yeah, that's how he described new animals and like was able to like.
Did he create the book or did he use the book as a reference?
He used the book as a reference. It's a reference guide.
So you're walking around with a Darwin. When was that a thing?
I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm dumb.
I have
1700s. I have no idea.
Yeah,
we might need to Google that.
We need a Google guy.
Let's Google that real quick, just so we're not completely.
Sorry, I got like a bajillion text messages. I mean, just should have.
Yeah.
If I would have been on point, we'd turn my phone off.
Right.
Anyways, were you Googling it?
Yeah, I'm gonna
just Googling live on air.
Let me just see when like Darwin was even alive. Okay, so he was born in 1809. So he was probably like in his like 20s, 30s.
That's crazy.
So in the 1800s, yeah.
So I know you have that book. 'Cause I read it. It was weird. It just like compared every color.
Yeah, it's like so it broke it down into each color. You know, white, blue, purples, greens, and it's really cool. It's a really good book.
But what sparks your interest in colors?
I don't know, man.
Because you have like
it just makes me feel good on the insides, man. I see color and I'm like, man, look at that hue. Like there's some light blues in there and some, you know, like your rug is like a very blue, gray, white color. And I get to do that with like tattoo artists. Like tattoo artists use the same kind of like coloring to where they're not just going to put white down. They're going to use the tone of your skin. They're going to use a little bit of like a gray color or a little bit of a light blue color or a pink color to make it look white on your skin.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Do you ever use your love of color for anything? Like for art or for like designing stuff? Or you just like look at it and go, wow, that's awesome.
I mean, you should see my closet. You can definitely tell my favorite colors when it comes out of that.
Yeah.
You know, gem tones is kind of like where I sit is like my all-time favorite.
What's a gem tone?
Gem tone would be like, like emerald, sapphire, a deep amethyst color, going back to the crystals. The crystals, I'm just bougie and I'm just like, pretty rock.
Do you believe in like the in the crystals, like in their healing properties?
I mean, I can't say that I don't believe in them.
But do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not like, oh, your back hurts, here, take this bloodstone and put it in your pocket. But I definitely believe in the fact that crystals and stones are made at a certain frequency. I believe in frequency.
Well, that's the thing. It's
vibration.
Yeah. Well, that's quantum physics.
Yeah.
That's science magic.
Yeah. I don't not believe in that. That for sure I believe in.
So it's kind of crazy. So like all the stuff, all the woo woo stuff that a lot of people believe in, which is cool. I like woo woo stuff.
I'm a fan of the woo woo.
Yeah, but a lot of it gets even trippier when you like
when it's real.
It's real and it's backed by like quantum physics.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I stand with crystals and stones and keeping in my pockets and just like where they're vibrating at, and then like how I can match that.
No, I get it, but like I want to believe that like I take it. Like if I put a certain crystal in my pocket, it's going to help me manifest something.
Yeah. Well, mine's more like I've done like sleep training things where I've had an amethyst by my pillow and, you know, tracked 3 or 4 nights of sleep, then had it not there and tracked those few nights of sleep and just noticed the difference and just noticed where a little bit more of like, I was more calm. I didn't wake up as much during the night. Dreams may not have been like as, I mean, intense dreams are fun, but intense dreams where you feel like you haven't slept, like that's not fun.
Like restful sleep. So you've done that. So you did like some studies on yourself.
Yeah, I've definitely done a lot of things when it comes to amethyst itself, because we all know I'm a bougie about my birthday. Amethyst is
Is that your birthstone?
It's my birthstone.
I want to believe in everything. Because I love magic. I want magic to be real so bad.
I mean, I guess magic is real as you're good at tapping in and letting magic work through you.
No, like I want to like fucking make magic spells come out of my hands.
Yeah.
Like that's how real I want magic to be.
You need to go to Tibet and go spend some time like Jesus did.
Yeah, I know, right? I read up on that. I don't think I'm not qualified to talk on it just yet, but that's some trippy stuff, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And going back to that, what is it? Houndmouth is the people who made the Sedona song. And that one's really fun.
Okay.
Just like, I need to fact check some things for my last podcast.
Sedona. I couldn't say it right the last time. Sedoma.
You're thinking like Soma, like the cell.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. Right? Yeah. Isn't Soma cell?
I don't know.
Soma, like the medical term? Yeah.
I got you. Man, see, all my school, all my fancy words, I don't use fancy words.
They're just gone.
Especially with the podcast. Like, you know, these are certain situations where, like, I'll talk a certain way.
Yeah, and you're like I need to bring, like, recall memory into my fancy
I'll have, like,
brain.
a certain vernacular and my accent comes out in certain places. And I guess in this podcast setting, all the smart words go.
We're just like, we don't need them. Bam.
Gone. Don't need that. Yeah, but yeah, that is, like, the cell. Sorry.
Yeah. And then so we were talking about Sedona. It is not one of the chakras. The lower chakra is in California. There is one in Peru. There is one in Tibet, and it kind of goes from West Coast, like North America, to like Asia, and that's kind of how it goes, bringing the higher chakras closer to Asia. But Tibet is one of the. But Sedona is a vortex center.
Ah, there you go. So,
it is a vortex center, but it's not a chakra.
Well, because I know when I went to Arizona, everyone's like, oh, you got to go.
You got to go.
Yeah. Like, I was like, why? I didn't understand why.
You got to go feel the vibrations of the earth, man.
I didn't know, man. If they would have told me to give you magic powers, I would have went.
Yeah, man. You got to go meditate. They do have a really cool, I don't know if it's a Tibetan statue. I've only seen little glimpses of it. Like my friend who got me into hula hooping, she was like sending me a Snapchat and like showing me this. And this is a beautiful like plateau that overlooks I guess a canyon or a valley, and like you see all these prayer flags, which you may have seen.
What's a prayer flag?
They're usually strung together. They're little squares, and they're usually like in coordinating colors of like white, green, red, blue, and then they kind of keep going. I have some that have little Ganesh on them and like Hindi writing on them.
And that's like flying around in a canyon in Arizona?
So like there's not in the canyon, but there's like a seated place to you can meditate.
I gotcha.
But there is a big statue, and they coming from the statues into all these other places. And then there's like, you've probably seen balancing stones.
Yeah.
Which, side note, don't do those. It's really bad for your ecosystem.
Okay.
You're pulling rocks out of rivers, and you're like causing erosion and causing like small fish and bugs.
So balance stones, you mean like that picture that you can like find everywhere?
Yeah.
That's got like the big stones.
Yeah, and they're all balanced on top. They look beautiful. And if like one's already there, okay, but like don't keep doing them.
But as a massage therapist, I thought you would love them because like if you
I do love them. They're so good.
But like if you ever try to like make a business card from like Vistaprint or something, like that's always
that is 100% massage therapy.
Yeah,
and then
like,
you have like the person laying with like their face to the side. That's not a very good massage. Like your scalenes and all this, your traps are all sideways and ganky. You're not going to like a massage like that.
I never understood why those balancing stones and massage go hand in hand.
I don't know. Balance. Bring your body back into balance, which I mean, I get the like.
It's kind of like bamboo.
Oh, yeah.
Massage therapists love bamboo.
They do.
Well, I don't know if massage therapists love bamboo, but like massage therapy.
Stock images. Love bamboo.
Yeah. So like for what I do, I don't know if I ever said on the podcast, I'm a chiropractor.
Boom.
That's what I do. Yeah.
I fix your bones.
Yeah.
Fix your muscles.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
So like,
high five on that one.
Connection.
Yeah.
If you, if you ever like Google like a stock image of like with my profession, it's like spines and backs and like red X's on lower backs.
You're like, here's your pelvis in a crooked spine with some lines going through it.
And I'm like, that doesn't look appealing to me.
It looks stupid.
But yeah, it does look stupid. But I want magic to be real so bad. So like I have a hard time because I've learned some words over time, like from school. And it's kind of like, I don't know if it's made me believe in magic and stuff more or made it harder. Cause I feel like I'm like, there's a dichotomy inside of me. Like I wanted like, I'm using the word magic cause it's fun to say.
Yeah.
But like.
Magic with a K.
Yeah. Not that one. But like, what were we talking about? Stones.
Yes.
But yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like I want that to be a thing. Like I want to put one in my pocket.
I don't know. The nervous system's pretty cool, man. There's a lot of things that can interfere with it. If you think about like our magnetism through like our heart center. Yeah.
No, I'm for it, man. Like
we're just radiating beams of light in a skin bag.
We are some sort of weird skin bag.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We were watching Star Trek, and one of the entities are like calling on to the Enterprise, and they're like, bad water bag. They called them, like the humans, like bad water bags.
Bad water bag.
It was funny.
Man, it's kind of crazy. I don't know if you ever, like, not you, but just people that are watching or listening, like, have ever, like, know what your, sorry, I have my foot in record.
No, you're good.
I was like, yeah, like, know what your nervous system looks like, which is your brain, spinal cord, nerves. Like, if you Google it, like, Google.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
watch out for the eyeballs because they'll scare you.
Yeah, Google, or go to our Instagram page. I have a couple of them on there.
Yeah.
Because they're trippy, man. But, or go to, like, the bodies exhibit.com or something and try to find them. But if you can see, like, the intact brain and turning to the spinal cord and the nerves that come out. So, like, a lot of people say that we are our nervous system.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we are. And the only reason that we have, like, skin bags, or we have
Just
like
protect the nervous system.
Yeah, well, the only reason that we have muscles is so that your brain can go see things, can move to get things. The only reason that we have a mouth is to eat. The only reason that we eat is to keep your brain and spinal cord and nervous system alive. The only reason that we have eyes is to get things so the brain can
get whatever it needs. Like the
see
spinal
it.
cord wants stuff. The nervous system wants things.
Yeah,
And you got to
so
go get it.
Yeah, so you have to look at, like, it's kind of like they're like our brain and spinal cord is what we are, and then like our skin bags around them.
They're like what? It's not like a conduit. Conduit's all of the things. It's
I was gonna go anime and say like a mech suit.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how it was described to me one time. So, like, we are our nervous system, right?
Yeah.
And then the rest of the squishy stuff and our organs that connect to it is just like if you ever watch anime, there's always like a giant like robot monster, right? And there's like a little yeah, right. And then there's like a little dude inside of them, like controlling it.
Oh my
around.
gosh, yeah. My favorite one is probably in Men in Black. The tiny little guy inside.
Yeah.
That guy, the actor who plays that large giant man, he's in like some solid movies or shows. He's definitely in Star Trek, and he is in.
I was gonna say Jackass, so it's not that guy.
No. This guy's different. I forget his name, but he is in Twin Peaks. David Lynch made that film back in the 80s, and he's like the mystical man who comes to Agent Cooper, who's like the main guy. But there is magic in that one.
I want magic.
Oh man, it's so good.
Just another thing, like essential oils.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think they smell good.
I mean, I think it's nice because your olfactory, which is like your sense of smell, that's what it's called. If you ever Google that one too, you got like the bottom of your brain, and then there's tiny holes right over your nose, and those nerves just kind of hang down, and that's your olfactory nerves.
Yeah, there's little bulbs.
Yeah.
They end in little bulbs or whatever.
Yeah. So, but your olfactory can still respond better whenever you're sleeping. So have you ever seen studies like that where they are, I've seen one where it was a sleep study. While the person was sleeping, they made a tone and then they put a fragrance. So one tone had a good fragrance, one tone had a bad fragrance. And then whenever the people woke up and they did the same study, they only used the same tones. Yeah. So with the big tone, you would see them take an inhale, and with the nasty tone, they would like hold their breath. So that's something that just, it had a fun little
But what does that mean though? I can't remember. What does that imply?
That, I don't know. Your senses are just, I guess
really
it
was basically comparing like your hearing versus your smell, like the senses.
Yeah,
which one would override the other one?
Yeah, your smell would definitely override. Or it works whenever you're not conscious.
Huh.
So like your sense of smell has like a deeper connection to that lizard brain. That lizard brain.
The big worm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want crystals to be real.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying they are or not. And I understand like
I just need more research.
I don't even need more research, man. I just want it to do more shit to me.
Yeah.
Like
get some.
I've lived my whole life surrounded by crystals.
I don't know. You should get like a bigger one.
Yeah.
You're like a life-size human. You should get like a life-size crystal.
That's true, right?
Just get something to sit in.
But man, like going through school and stuff, I was surrounded by clean hippies, man. You know what I mean? Which is my favorite kind of hippie.
We're a good group of people.
Yeah, it's my favorite kind, man. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like all the stuff. Just take a shower.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
just don't smell like 10-day-old patchouli.
Yeah.
And body funk.
Like 10-day-old patchouli. I can't even imagine what that smells like. But like,
heavy.
Like it weighs heavy.
It weighs heavy on the olfactory.
Like, like if you had a basement, like it would settle down in the basement, and the basement would smell like patchouli. It's patchouli in the basement.
Patchouli's the best though.
What is patchouli exactly? I don't even know.
I know the essential oils, like the resin of it, but I think it's like a leaf. I'm pretty sure that's what I've seen on the outside of a bottle.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was pretty.
Chime into us. What's patchouli, guys?
What is that?
Yeah,
I was pretty shocked when you said you had dreads. Yeah. So speaking of olfactory, Dog farts.
Dog farts, man.
Dog farts. I guess that's the theme of the show. I don't know.
I mean, she likes hanging out and she looks really cozy and she's happy.
What are you going to do, man?
You going to yell at an old lady for farting?
Yeah,
No, you're sure not.
And was it human year, dog year? She's 98.
Yeah, she's an old girl.
I shouldn't be telling her what to do. She should tell me what to do.
She should be like, don't talk to me like that, sir.
Man, if I had 3 wishes, like if magic was real and I could have 3 wishes, one of my 3 wishes, two of them kind of alternate, but one of them would be that Marley could talk.
Yeah.
Because she's known me. I've had her like over a third of my life.
Man, could you imagine the shit she'd say to you?
She's seen some things.
She'd be like, look, we need to talk about this situation.
I think I got her.
Dumb.
Yeah, I got her when I was like 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
to be 25.
Yeah.
What a stupid, like, beautiful, stupid age. Like,
Yeah.
your frontal lobe is
just formed.
just finished.
You're like, oh, I can think.
I can make rash decisions now.
Yeah, 25 and 26 was my favorite age. Because I just had graduated my doctorate. I turned 26 and I got my doctorate. Like
Yeah,
my
that's
birthday's in November.
Yeah.
I graduated in December, so a couple of weeks later. So like that was a fun age. And then I had student loan debt, but like it didn't kick in.
Yeah, but you're like, it's fine.
I just graduated, you know what I mean?
I'll defer.
Oh yeah, I was deferring. Well, I just graduated, so I didn't have a job yet. So like I had to get my national licenses and crap. So everything was great, man. Like, you know,
You're like, wow, I'm smart. I can work on people, even though we probably sucked at it right when we got out of school.
I did suck at it.
Yeah,
Right? Well, you know, looking back on it, like I was pretty good for a sucky one.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Not for a sucky one. I was pretty good for like
a newbie.
For a noob. Yeah.
Noob.
Yeah. So, you know, that's what they call it, practice.
Yeah.
But like, I want magic to be real. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, because I was surrounded by clean hippies, right? Which I've always had crystals in my pocket. I've been dipped in every oil. That's, you know what I mean?
Been anointed like our tea.
I've been spiritually anointed. I've been hippie anointed. I've had what do they call it, man? The raindrops.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, you don't know about Farrell. You know that's where they do the essential oil like massage, where they put like heavy amounts on certain spots in your body.
Yeah, I mean,
it might not be called teardrop, raindrop. I don't know.
I mean, there is the raindrop method, but that's very like doTERRA.
That's what it was.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's called the raindrop method.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I just people are like, hey, you want to do this? I'm like, yes. My answer is yeah. I'm open minded to everything. I'm like, yeah, do it.
It's like I want to smell good.
Well, I was supposed to do, like, they were like, it's gonna change your life. It's you know what I mean. It's gonna do all these things, and I was like, I just smell weird. I mean,
it is a lot of oils at one time, yeah.
But like, I want it to be real. Like, I want all these things to be real. Like, you know, when it comes to essential oils, I think they smell good. I like the citrus ones, but like, don't give me a fucking questionnaire and then give me oils based on my questionnaire and tell me it's going to change the things on the questionnaire.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I want it to.
But I do know like lavender. It's my favorite one.
But I'm just talking about me personally.
Yeah, no, I know. But like, you know, if you get burnt. Or like,
I've never got burnt. I've just had every oil.
Bearcat like swatted a bee one time, and he was like, "Oh shit!" And I put lavender on it, and he was just like freaking out. And then he was just looking at it, and he like walked about his day. And I was like, "That was cool."
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, we use them with my son. My son's 6. I've used them since he was a little kid.
Yeah,
they work hit or miss pretty well with him. So
you know, like things to open up your olfactory.
Yeah,
just use some like breathe or something, or eucalyptus or anything. Or tea tree's nice, but yeah, I get it.
I mean, I guess I'm like all of you doTERRA pushers. First of all, stop emailing me. I'm not going to sell your shit.
I'm not selling it.
I'm not selling your shit. But besides that has nothing to do with anything we're talking about.
No.
I'm not a part of. I don't like the MLM.
No,
I'm good.
We can live without that.
Unless you're on the top of the pyramid, man.
Yeah,
that's when you. So I knew this. I had a patient. So like I think like everyone and their mama has tried to be in some sort of multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
And they're great, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. I guess they are.
They can work for in small batches if you need a little cash, or if it's just kind of fun to get pumped about something.
It is fun. I think that's the thing. Like, you get pumped. You could be an entrepreneur without any risk.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I own a business, but you don't have to like buy anything. You don't have overhead. It's not stressful, right?
Yeah.
So it is cool, and you can push things and grow, which is fun.
Worst case scenario, you just have a monthly delivery of stuff.
Yeah, you're just like, hey, I got a bunch of oils, man.
Yeah, it's cool, dude.
Raindrop it. But I had this one. I don't know if you know anyone. I've never known someone that makes a living doing it. Not extra cash is not like, hey, I do this and I have a house and a car.
I mean, as far as like knowing some military folks who like their actual income that like includes into their thing.
No, like
but
no
I know
extra.
I know 2 people.
No extra income.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about like I'm one person.
Maybe the person who started it.
Yeah, right. That's where
they're making some hell of money.
Yeah, right. So like, I don't know. I'm like, well, prior to this one story, I'm gonna tell you, I've never met anyone that's like, it's just me. There's no extra income coming from anything. I do
just your hustle of the cell.
I sell essential oils with, a kick up to my sponsor or whatever your words are, whatever you are. And then you want to get on my team. People
Come on, guys.
Man, like, I swear, man.
Living the dream.
Since I've been in practice, I would say maybe like twice a month, I get emails from random strangers asking me, hey, you want to be on my team? I'm like, no, I don't want to be on your team.
Not really. I'm kind of like just dealing with my own self, being my own team.
So I'm like, you want me to put your stuff in my business and be on your team? Like, who's selling what?
Yeah. It's like,
anyway, I'm not selling your essential oils.
Yeah, it's cool.
But like, I've never known anyone in those situations that has made a living doing it, right?
Yeah.
So I was talking to, it was years ago, I was talking to a patient, and she was into, I don't know what they're called. I'm sure there's a couple of competing brands, kind of like Burger King and like McDonald's or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was these things you put on your fingernails, like fingernail wraps, and then like
fingernail polish stuff.
Yeah, but except for it wasn't polished. I think you just put it on there and use like a blow dryer or something. I could be wrong in the application method. But anyways, and they look cool. Like you put on.
Yeah. So it's like fingernail. It's like polish put on a plastic that it's been dried, so that whenever you kind of reheat it and like melt it again, it goes on your nails. But it's actual fingernail polish.
Okay.
It's weird.
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, I won't say the name of it because I don't know what it is. But she was like, yeah, I sell that. And in my head, I was like, yeah, or whatever. I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
And I was being kind of cynical. In my head, I was being a dick.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to say the number wrong, man. I think I was like, how much money do you make from this, right? Like, 'cause she was like super into it.
Yeah.
I think she made up in around like $250,000 a year from selling fingernail jellies or whatever.
I mean, have you been to a nail salon? Bitches put money down on their nails, man. Like this SNS and dip stuff. I can't do that. I'm a massage therapist. You don't want that on my hands.
But she, I've never heard it. And I was like, how you do it? And she said, it's a multi-level marketing. I was like, I've never met anyone that's actually makes cash.
Makes some money. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, like a living. And she was like, I'm at the top of the pyramid.
Hey.
Is what she told me.
Girl.
She was like, I got in early, and then I got all these people that are on her team, and then
they just make money for her.
Yeah, and I was like, how many? Like when she told me that, my mind was blown. I was like, how many fingernails you have to fucking sell to make $250,000 a year? You know what I mean?
Because the nice thing about those is you take them off and you can every single day. So some people would want, I want 30 of them for the month.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like that. She's, how many she told me she sold? 0.
She let everyone else do it.
She was like, oh, because it's like to set up like the mafia. So like there's like it's literally this
mafia of the nail polish.
Yeah, like the mafia's got it right, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a pyramid, right?
They make money.
They do, right?
They have the formula to make money.
Yeah, so the people at the bottom have to kick up to the people at the top.
Yeah.
So like it keeps kicking up. So that's how it works. So she had all these people underneath her that kicked up to her every month, and it just ended up being like $250,000 a year.
Man,
I know, and I was looking at her. I'm all like,
right. Whenever we look at our tax return, we're like, oh,
I'm all working. I was all working like 6 days a week at the time, practicing, and I'm like,
man,
I'm like,
it's a long day.
Yeah,
could have just been selling stuff.
I could have just got on.
No, I have no hustle.
Yeah,
I'm not good at that.
I was gonna make a hustle drink because we have one right here, but I was like, I hesitated. I was like,
bam. We do like the hustle.
Hustle drink. Listen to the podcast. Give us a sponsor. A monk prayed over this tea.
You need to tag them in your stuff.
I did once or twice, so they didn't respond. I got kind of
keep doing it.
Yeah, I got kind of pissy at them. They didn't respond.
I'm upset that you didn't see my one thing.
I know.
This is us looking at you.
Yeah, in case you're listening, I'm giving like some sort of like.
We're being sassy.
Really sassy look at the camera. But they will swing. I should make cut together all the times we talk about hustle and send it to them.
Yeah, and be like, we talk about you all the time.
I don't even want any money.
I just want your products.
Just send us a case of hustle a month.
Yeah.
I probably need more than that personally, but for the podcast, we could use that just to drink it. It's fantastic.
It is good.
But yeah, so that's the only, sorry, back to it, but that's the only person I've ever met. I was like, wow, man, that's
making
legit.
some money.
Yeah. Doing multi-level marketing. And she was like, yeah, I just get on Facebook and
those are people who think magic is real. So you need to get on their level.
Yeah.
Stop doubting it.
I don't doubt it.
Don't doubt the magic.
I want magic to be real more than any person known to man. I need it.
Need it.
I need the crystals to do more.
Yeah.
I need to be dipped in a different oil.
There's some cool Aerobatics things where they do an oil. It's this interesting looking canister, and they fill it with a warm oil, and they drip it over your center of your forehead, third eye, pineal gland, whichever one you like to call it most.
Yeah. What is Ayurvedic? I know, it's slipping my mind exactly what Ayurvedic medicine is. It? Oh man, where does it come from?
I don't know if the word Ayurvedic has a certain word that it translates to, but I do know you have the Pitta and the Vata and one other thing, and there's you have these qualities about yourself and kind of.
Is it Indian?
I think so.
Or is it Tibetan? I don't know. I think it's from India.
That sounds like it'd be from India.
It's from India.
It's from India.
I just decided.
Fact check us. We need it.
Don't fact check anything that we say. First of all, you should don't believe anything that we say.
Yeah, right. It's like you need to have your own mind and be like, question everything.
Or just Google it.
Yeah.
Because we're not Googling anything.
Yeah, it's not very professional to be just get on our phones.
Oh, I thought you said we're not very professional. I was like, come on.
I mean, we're pretty professional as professional who don't like to be like hoity-toity professional folk.
That's true.
Yeah.
I haven't had a crystal in my pocket in a long time. You got one in your pocket right now?
No, but I'm wearing one. That's why I wanted a tanzanite. I mean, diamond's cool and all, but tanzanite's actually rare.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I mean, I know what the words mean, but
diamonds come from a bunch of different places. You can find diamond on a lot of different continents.
And them shits are bloody, man. Have you ever like watched a documentary on blood diamonds?
So that's why I went with, shout out again, Silly Shiny Diamonds. She uses conflict-free diamonds.
Nice.
So that was a big thing. I was like, man, I can't walk around with this huge rock. This one will probably died over.
And little kids getting their fingers and arms cut off. Like, it's crazy.
That was a huge factor into not getting a diamond stone. And then once I found her, like seeing that that's what she did, she used conflict-free diamonds. But they are found in a lot of different continents and a lot of different places. Tanzanite is from Tanzania.
Yeah, period. That's it.
Period. That's where it's from.
I wonder why it's just from there.
I don't know. Maybe just like the way that the minerals come together. I mean, it's a vortex of it. It's like that's how that was made.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't see how anyone can like buy diamonds if you actually. I mean, just look into it, man.
Bro, have you seen people with money? They're just like,
yeah, but
I'm just gonna take it.
But it's just. I mean, I get it's a diamond, it's shiny, but there's lots of shiny things, and there's so much like death and destruction and pain.
It's not good.
Pain like swirled around those diamonds.
Yeah. So if you're gonna look up diamonds, make sure they're conflict free, or like, how do you say it? I don't know how to actually say it. Swords something crystal. There's a fancy word.
I thought it was just blood diamonds or not.
No. They're crystals instead of diamond, but you cut them like a diamond, and they're like a lot of people that you see on the red carpet, or Dita Von Teese is who I'm thinking of. She's got crazy costumes.
Who's that lady?
Oh, she's like a burlesque queen. She's amazing. But she's got like these really intense rhinestone corsets, like 40s deco pins and things like that. And so she uses a lot of those. They're very shiny. They're not blood diamonds. Yeah. And they're just cut glass or...
I started with a movie. There's a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. It's called Blood Diamond. Mm-hmm. I started watching that, and I was like, okay, this doesn't seem... Well, because it was a movie, right? Yeah. I was like, but this doesn't seem like some sort of far-fetched story.
Yeah, and then you get to the end, and it's like based off real life. Stop being a dick.
Yeah, and then I YouTubed it, and then I YouTubed, and I was like, oh, this is a... Well, I mean, like, I don't have, like, diamonds or anything, so it didn't hurt me particularly, but it just kind of, like, changed. Every time I look at someone with diamonds, I'm just like, a diamond. I'm just like, oh, man...
I hope that wasn't murder diamond.
Yeah, how many babies' toes are in that diamond?
A lot of them.
Well, also to be a straight hypocrite, like they use slave labor to mine. I think it's cobalt.
Oh, in your phones?
Yeah, in phones.
Oh God, yeah. The phones have silver. They have so much precious metal. I think there's platinum in our phones.
Yeah, I think it's cobalt. I can't be.
It's not good.
It's not good, but it's actually slave labor is how they. Yeah. It's not Apple that is so like they're not.
Well, they're top of the mafia food chain, so they're like, we didn't do it.
They didn't, right? Like, just like was it dispersion of responsibility, diffusion of responsibility.
They're like, I didn't do it. Look at my life. I didn't do that.
Yeah, but
I just gave some another guy's money to do that.
Yeah, so it's not like Samsung and Apple aren't like driving slave labor, but like where they get the resources from, those people are using it. Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah. So like I think it was Joe Rogan. I was listening to his podcast, and like there's like no phone that you can buy in the United States
that doesn't have it in there.
Well, that's slave free. Yeah, they try to find one. There's one in like Switzerland. Don't go like I can't remember what it's called. It's called
Switzerland. They got it figured out, man. They're like, we got our solar powered things. We have equal rights. We give people time off for their new humans in this life.
They seem not to be dicks.
Yeah.
I think that's probably that's their slogan. Switzerland, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick, and we won't be one. And it's great.
Seems like they got it, man.
Yeah, they got it figured out.
But like, I'm going to just go off of what they were saying because I don't know how to even research it. But like, you can't buy that phone in the United States. Like, you can't get a slavery-free phone.
In the U.S.
Yeah, so I'm sitting here talking shit, looking at like women's rings. I'm like, look at you killing babies.
Yeah, and you're like, shit, I just bought a new phone.
I got that new iPhone.
Whoops.
But, I also didn't know that was a thing until like a month ago. So hang on a second.
Yeah, I know, right? Like my dad. Oh, Is everyone getting from their parents, what do you guys want for Christmas?
I don't like it when people ask me that question.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, if I tell you what I want, I can just go buy it.
My mom asked me that earlier, and I was like, can I have like a love note from you guys? That would be cool. And cash. Because she's like, I still want to give you something. And I was
cash.
like, well, that's what I did for them last year. And I was like, because, you know, like outside of like once you turn 18, you graduate, maybe you go off more school, maybe get married, maybe baby, maybe house. And those are the few times you get like a card and cash.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I was thinking about my parents last year, and I was like, man, when's the last time they had like money fall out of their card? And I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So I gave them cash last year.
It's kind of like a boss move.
Yeah, I was like, I fucking love you guys. God, they give me so much crap. Like, or they physically give me stuff. They're like buying me food or like giving me stuff in their house or whatever. Or money in general. That's hook
pretty
me up.
That is a pretty boss ass move. Like, here,
Yeah, I was like,
buy yourself something nice.
yeah, I was like, I love you guys. How about I give back to you instead of constantly feed off of you?
I love you this much monetary worth today.
Yeah, today. That's what I could do.
It is cool to get to get a card.
Yeah.
And then you feel it and it's thick. You're like, yes.
Well, I mean, I wrote like a love note in there too, just like
that's
telling
probably
me
good.
like how much I appreciate. But that's what I asked for my mom. I was like, can you just tell me how much you love me? I know how much you love me. You tell me all the time, but I'd like to see it in words. You know, being a military family, like that was one thing you send off to your parents, mom, dad was always home. You know, we'd send her cards.
That's
be like,
awesome.
hey, I miss you. You know, and like she still has those, and I love that.
That is cool. You think she'll put some effort into that, or just like, I
Oh, I
love
think
you,
so,
and
yeah.
then like, here's a chunk of money.
No, my mom, she's a sweet lady. Dad, on the other hand, he does not spell English words very well.
At least that's the second language. So
Yeah. So, but you know, they're really sweet when I go home. Like they hug me longer. You know, you should see me, my parents saying goodbye. Like, all right, goodbye. I love you. Okay. Good night. All right. I love you. All right. I'll see you soon. Make sure you drink some water. All right. I love you. Good night.
It takes like 30 minutes to leave. That's awesome.
So it's, yeah.
They're all reaching out. You sure you want to
Are
leave?
you sure you want to live? And they'll just hold me. So my dad's gotten better at like, you know, making that hug a little longer and like let me be obnoxious and hug him like 7 times before I get out the door. Hug him in the kitchen. Okay, I love you. I'm about to leave. Hug him in the living room. Okay, hug him through the threshold.
That's awesome though.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
You remember when you were a kid? Remember being a kid? I don't know if you ever did this, but like you get like, for some reason, maybe you got like a bunch of cards
oh yeah.
and you open them up and you're like, it's money. Oh, it's a gift card. Awesome.
Yeah.
You start getting this flow.
Yeah.
And then you open up the one that doesn't have anything in it, and you,
Yeah.
and like that person's staring at you, and you just like open the card. I'm talking about when I was a kid, like when I was an
Yeah.
ungrateful little shit. When I was a little kid,
Yes.
you know what I mean? When all I care about was myself.
Yeah.
You open it up and like you don't even read it. You just like, oh man, there's nothing there. And you click, throw it aside, and they're looking at it, and you're like, oh yeah, let me read this card.
Like,
real
oh
quick.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I think just because I've gotten so many cards from like overseas and
I mean, I'm talking about when I was a kid. It made me feel like an asshole. I was probably like 10 years old.
well, I mean, I never had that type of experience until I graduated.
Okay.
Like other, excuse me, other people giving me stuff. Like, you know, it was my parents would give me a card, their grandparents, but I never got like stuff from aunts, uncles, or friends and like, or people that my parents knew. I never got cards from that.
Really?
But when I graduated, my mom turned it into a family reunion-ish kind of thing.
Oh, that's fun.
She hooked up with her cousins, like her actual first cousins, and hadn't seen them since she was a child. And these people didn't know me, and they're giving me gifts. I'm like, thank you. I don't know you. But, you know, they got me little things like earrings. Like I can't wear earrings unless they're like crazy surgical steel or gold or
Because it makes your skin freak out.
yeah, it's just like ugh. So I was like, these are cute, but I'm never going to be able to wear those.
Are you a regifter?
No, I will change them into something else.
That's cool.
So
I don't
obviously,
regift
like
anything.
I cut everything up.
Yeah, I don't regift anything.
No, I'll turn it into something else. Like,
Unless I could tell there was like zero thought. put
yeah, like a
into it.
candle that you hate the smell of. Yeah, I'll
but
regift
if
that.
someone put thought into like this sweater or
Yeah.
this shirt or whatever, it doesn't have to be clothes, anything. I could tell they put a lot of thought into it and go, Chris is going to like that.
Yeah.
I'll keep it forever.
Yeah.
I'll never throw it. Whether it fits or doesn't fit, I'll never
keep it.
I'll keep it forever.
I'll just hold it.
yeah, because
Feel
I
like
look
I
at
love
it.
this thing.
Yeah, I look at it. It makes me happy. Like,
Yeah.
excuse me. But, yeah, I'm not a regifter. Unless I look at it, I'm like, you regift. Like if someone
You
regift.
gave that. Someone else gave that to you, and you gave it to me
Yeah,
because you didn't know.
I'll keep the train going on that one.
Yeah,
Because there's
that's
no
fine.
like attachment to that.
Yeah.
Here's a crazy story. I don't know how much backstory to give people on this one. So I had a really weird childhood, like as far as like, who's my dad?
Yeah.
Who is that? Yeah.
Who
where
are you folks?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Where are you? So like I had these, I'm just going to make it a little shorter. I had these people that I thought were my grandparents for a good chunk of my early years. And they were probably two of the most awesome human beings on the planet.
Yeah.
And then they were taken away from me because my mom ripped me away from this particular sect of people or whatever. And I can get into the details on another podcast, but I want to get to the point of the story. So and I loved them. They were probably like, you ever watch like Hallmark Christmas movies where like everything is perfect?
Yes.
Like that was their life.
That was there. Like,
that was them. So like,
great.
so like I had them, and then on the other side of my family or other side of my life, it was just like a fucking shitstorm. So I had like
opposite of Hallmark.
I was just about to say, what's the opposite channel of Hallmark?
Oh,
Like Spike. Like Spike, is that still a thing? You used to watch Spike?
Spike TV.
Is that still real?
Yeah, it's just like nothing but what's his name? Steven Seagal movies.
Yeah. Okay. So like that was like my life, right? I had Hallmark Channel and Spike TV, right?
Oof,
So
yeah,
like Hallmark
rough.
Channel got ripped away from me, so I didn't see this group of family for, we'll say 10 years to do math really quick. I think it was about 10 years. So when I got when I turned 16, I got, and they were told not to talk to me and all. I didn't know all that. Like I just thought they didn't want to talk to him anymore or whatever.
Yeah, no one fills you into the details. And you're like, damn, do people hate me?
Yeah, I
It's
thought
like,
everyone
okay.
hated me, right? I was like, my mom and dad hate me. This Hallmark family hates me. Everyone's like, what the fuck, man? Like this sucks. But anyway, so when I turned 16, I got a license and I got a car, right? I don't want to say the first place I went to. I think the first place I went to was a gas station. Yeah. But like the first Saturday I had, the first place I went to was to my old grandparents' house, or the people I thought were my grandparents. Yeah. And of course it was like super emotional. Like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long.
Crying.
Yeah. Well, they ended up telling me like the actual story, like the actual real deal, what happened. And that was crazy. But anyway, to get kind of connected, they every year for my birthday and for Christmas, they had a card. And they wrote a card. Oh, and they just kept
like
it.
the Notebook style where they had everything and could give it to you at once.
It was
minus the love story.
I've never seen the Notebook.
Oh, anywho, he wrote her every day for a year. Okay, and her mom took the cards away.
Okay, yeah, something like that. Except they didn't mail them. There was nothing was taken. They kept them.
Oh yeah.
But I think it was in a big bag. I don't think it, but I mean, it was like it was tidy. It was,
yeah. I mean, it made a card, got it.
Yeah, it was also 10 years of it or whatever, you know what I mean? And I think it was birthday, Christmas, and maybe a couple extra events if they thought were happening or whatever. So I was like, I had this big reunion with them and it was all emotional stuff. And they're like, oh, hold on a second. And when I was leaving, and they handed me like, I'll say a garbage bag. Yeah. But it was a big ass bag. And I was like, what is this? You know what I mean? And I looked at it, and it was a whole bunch of cards. And I was like, oh, well, thank you. I had no idea whatever it was. So I didn't open them in front of them because that's weird. Yeah. And it would awkward. It would took a long time. Like, hello. Man, you ever do that with kids? Like when you go to a kid's birthday party and then they open the present, everyone's staring at them, watching them.
Yeah, that's gotta be so weird. Especially when you're 4, you're like, oh.
It's the weirdest thing. Yeah. So now, so I have a 6-year-old. So now the new flow, I think
a lot of parents do that too, where they you'll open gifts on another place. Cause I mean, it keeps everyone from like, oh, I want to play with that. Or like this weird tension that little kids can have.
Yeah. So I like the new flow is like you get all the presents and then you do the birthday party and then you open up the presents after everyone's gone. Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. That's definitely a way to do it.
That's the flow. But so I got this, so I got this bag and I went home and I opened them up and I read all the cards, and they're all handwritten cards and stuff. But in each of the cards, there was money. Oof. Yeah. That's awesome. Like $20, $10, $100, whatever it was. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
got some cash for your 16.
Yeah, I did. I think it was almost $2,000. And I was like,
that's super kind.
Yeah. And I was like, what do I do with this?
What do I do with money?
Yeah. So this is crazy. But that was one of those times where I read all the cards, but I was reading them. I was just like, wow, it was crazy. That's the most cards I've ever got. That's not what I was referring to. Like back when I was 10 years old, I would get a couple cards. You get nothing. Yeah. You could bend it and you'd be like, oh, there's a gift card in there. How was the Toys R Us?
Yeah. I want some cash.
And you pick up the other one. You're like, it's nothing. Flimsy. You don't care about this card or what it says. Yeah. But so that was kind of crazy. I don't know.
I have my very first birthday card from my dad.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't have my second one. I don't know where but I have happy first birthday, love daddy. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. He didn't write a note in there, but love dad's enough. And I still have it.
No, that's awesome.
And then I have my third birthday and I keep them. I have a lot of birthday cards.
That's awesome.
I think that's why I like birthdays so much, just because other people in the very beginning made them very special. Yeah. And I don't share my birthday with anyone. So my parents were always really good, cake, flowers. ice cream. Like they always did it up.
Yeah.
So we did good.
So you say on your first birthday card, you're saying it didn't say much, but it did say like love dad.
Yeah, you can see where he like hand wrote "Love Daddy,"
That's awesome.
and it's like my first card.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of comparison. Like, how awesome it is. Like I'm fucking 39.
Yeah.
I've never heard my dad say "I love you" in 39
I had
years.
to fight for that.
Well, I didn't know my dad until I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And then that's when I met him. And then it's got, it was all weird or whatever. So like, I don't, just to get in perspective,
Yeah.
how awesome that little treasure trove of nuggets
like
is. Little love nuggets you got.
I know. I have a lot of cards pictures. So I have like a newborn photo of me, a picture of my dad holding me, feeding me. And then I keep that in that card because I am one, or I'm younger than one in those photos.
That's awesome.
So I keep it with that. But like having to get my dad, not that he never, like, I never thought my dad or my parents, neither one of them didn't love me. They're just German. They're not just like, all right, I love you. Like, I don't think whenever I was 18 and we went to Germany for the first time, my grandparents have been here. My dad talks to his parents every week, but never do I hear them go, okay, I love you. It's just not something they do.
Is that something the German folks don't do?
I guess so. It's like how my family's been.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know any German, like German, like people from Germany.
Yeah.
Like your dad's from Germany.
Yeah,
right?
he was born and raised there. My brother was born there.
Yes.
My mom moved there whenever they were younger, and that's how they met.
Yeah. So like, I got a really bad picture of German folks in my head.
Yeah, I mean, they're
The whole Hitler thing, man. I know it had nothing to do with it. That was like 1944 or whatever it was. I get it, man. But like, I have like, I don't know. I can't shake it.
I mean, they're just like their language is direct. Their
it is
interactions are direct. But I mean, I used to have to sit there and just be like, "All right, Dad, I love you." Yeah, okay. Dad, I love you. Yeah, I heard you. Daddy, I love you. Yeah, I love you too.
So
okay, bye.
He slowly broke his love wall down.
And then now he's got
Sizzle.
grandbabiys, so he's just like literally wearing like bows in his hair and like teacup parties, and I'm like,
you know what? I shouldn't say that. I don't. That's the way to do it, man.
yeah,
That's what's up. So I have one child. I have a little boy. So like me, it's Transformers and getting punched in the face. Like,
wow,
yeah, man. Like I'm always just sitting here chilling. Like
just karate kick to the foot to the face.
I'm always on edge.
Got to be.
Like, that's why I'm so jumpy.
I get it.
I have a 6-year-old who's just like stalking me like I'm a gazelle. And he's just like coming up on me like a fucking hungry lion.
Right.
Yeah, he just jumps on me.
That's fun.
And then if he makes me like cringe in pain, he's like, I won.
He's like, I won that.
I won that.
I mean, you got him with that whole jumping in the pool
What?
whenever it's cold.
Oh, no, he got me.
He tricked you. Oh, my
got
gosh,
me.
That was funny.
Yeah, he got, so like it was.
I wasn't there, but that's a funny story.
So it was like May.
Yeah.
I think it was May. And it was kind of a cold May. So like we had a pool and it was like, can you go swimming? Yeah. Kinda. So like I
need to stay neck deep and like don't get out.
Yeah, so like we're about to jump in for the first time, and I was like, telling my son, I was like, Andre, you jump in first and tell me how it is. And then so he jumped in and then swam to the stairs and got out. Like I've never seen him swim that fast in my life. I started laughing. Man. I was like, is it cold, dude? And he was like, no, Dad, it feels great. Jump in. I was like, well, why'd you get out so fast? And this little motherfucker looked at me with a straight face, and he was like, Dad, I love you so much. It was so much fun. I want to jump in with you. And I was like,
got your ass, man.
I did. I was like, yeah, me and my son, we're going to do this.
Cold as shit.
Yeah. And then I jumped in and he didn't jump in and it was cold as shit.
He didn't jump in? I didn't know that.
Yeah. He just laughed at me. He got me, man.
That's funny.
Yeah. He got me good on that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a level up whenever it comes to a certain age. Cause like they don't come programmed to like be good at jokes or telling stories.
He's getting good at them.
Yeah.
But you know, I was going to say, I was thinking of German folks. A lot of times when I think of German folks, it's not really actually the Hitler thing. No. I just said this because you're talking about like your parents or people not saying I love you. That's what kind of brought that. But actually it's more like Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah, that's so fun.
Lederhosen?
Lederhosen.
There you go.
And the ladies wear a dirndl.
A dirndl?
A dirndl.
Is that like the corset?
It's like the dress with the apron.
Okay, so that's actually what I think of when I think of Germany folks.
Yeah, I mean,
Germans.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, no, people do. I mean, like people don't wear them to the grocery store, but like Oktoberfest, you best believe people are dressing up.
Yeah, but
they have a great time.
That's actually what I think of.
Yeah, me and Sam have a dirndl and a lederhosen.
Are they real or is it like?
Yeah, we got them while we were there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I went with Dad the first time when I was 18. That was really fun. I mean, we hung out with my grandparents, so like we didn't go do much. And then I brought Sam 2 other times. And then the one time that we went there, like it wasn't Oktoberfest, but there was like an event where, you know, huge tents and you see all the flags and you have the long wooden tables and you have like the band style music where you have like big tubas and then like
cool.
that's definitely a thing. And you have these women, oh man, they are strong. They have huge platters of meat and they just come around to your table and just like lop off meat at your table. And then they'll hold the steins.
The steins.
Steins. I'm pretty sure they're a liter each.
Is that the flipper? Like you flip it up with your thumb?
And
why do they have steins or beer mugs with a lid on it?
I mean, maybe to keep shit out of your beer. Keep a fly out of your beer.
All right, that's
They're
fair.
very practical. People be like, I don't like flies. I'm not going to put a coaster. The coaster is for under my drink, and I can't put it on top.
That's fair.
And you know, they're decorative people. They're
so
like,
you've been to Germany during Oktoberfest?
This last time when we went in September, like
That's
2019, we left.
Okay.
On October 21st, which is the start of October, or on September 21st, which is the start of Oktoberfest.
Oh man.
Which is not actually the start of October. It's like 2 weeks in.
What is Oktoberfest? Like, I mean, besides a party, but like, is there like some sort of reason that it's...
I forget. I don't know if it's like getting ready for like about to be the darker seasons, because Germany gets cold.
Yeah.
And like to stock up on beer and to like see with people, because I mean the roads were probably about to get snowed in, so I mean I'm sure it was like a big gathering, but I don't know. That's just an assumption to like what's about to happen. Get together, get your food, get your beer and drinks in, gather up all your supplies that you're going to need for like the colder months to come, especially before like roads and things and snow plows and getting prepped for snow.
Germany's got it down with the dark beer, the dark flat.
It's a dunkel.
Is that what it's called?
Dunkel is dark.
Okay, yeah, it's good. At first I thought it was kind of weird because I was used to like the really weird, gross American like watered down beer.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, you know what I mean? And then so I started to get, when I got older, I had to try different things, and like it's pretty good. Like they're really dark. It's flat-ish.
Yeah.
And then like,
Hefeweizen.
What?
Hefeweizen.
What is that?
That's the name. That's the type of beer. Okay. You can have like a Radler, which is like less alcohol, and it's like literally beer and lemonade. It's very refreshing. And then you have Hefeweizens, and that's like a really typical beer. And you can have a Dunkel, or you can have like just regular.
Those are fun words.
Yeah.
I want the lemonade one. That's crazy.
Yeah, a Radler. Yeah,
I can't imagine.
Super good.
I can't imagine having beer and lemonade together.
It's so good. Especially the type of beer, like you said, like there's like thought put into the actual beer, and then it's sweetened with lemonade.
Huh? That's crazy.
That's really good.
You know what? This is kind of. I was eating dinner with somebody from Ethiopia one time. Mm-hmm. And we started talking about coffee. I don't remember why, but apparently that's where coffee came from.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
like
true or
big
not.
Coffee beans.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what it's true or not, but a person that's from Ethiopia told me that that's where coffee originated from. So he was like, we know coffee. So and I like coffee too.
Oh yeah, you'd mentioned, yeah.
So I like, I'm sorry, so I like coffee a lot. So we started talking about it, and he was like, you Americans like fuck up coffee.
It's like you guys ruin it with all the damn cream and sugar.
Cream and sugar. He's like, I can't believe you put cow juice in there or whatever.
Yeah, it's
you know
like,
what I mean?
That's weird.
Yeah, so I was like, how do you guys have it? So how they drink it in Ethiopia, this is what he told me, is they get like a lemon. No, excuse me, that's not true. A lime.
A lime, yeah.
And they squeeze some lime juice in there.
Yeah, like break up the acidity or change the acidity.
Yeah, and they told me that, and I was like, that sounds fucking awful.
Have you tried it?
Oh yeah, I've tried. That was almost how I have my coffee every day now. So you at home try it. Like, you get black coffee, however you like. If you like black coffee, and then get like a lime chunk and squeeze some juice in there. And it depends on how limey you want. If you just squeeze like a regular amount in there, it's a little limey, but for some reason the acidity of the coffee just goes away.
Yeah, so all that bitterness that we try to like cover up with cream and sugar,
it just goes. You could put even more lime in there, and it'll kind of make it like more
limey.
Yeah, citrus. But do it. It's super good.
That sounds good.
Yeah, apparently we goof up everything with sugar. We're like fucking sugar addicts.
We do like the sugar here.
Man, they say sugar's more addictive than like cocaine.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I don't have any addictions, but like sugar, like donuts, I don't know how many times I think about donuts a day. It's a problem.
Let's eat some sugar right now.
It's a problem.
I need some sugar.
Like my mouth waters and like it's bad.
Yeah.
I have to be like, don't. Like, what are you doing? Like,
you ever drove past the Krispy Kreme sign with the hot and ready's on?
Yeah, but the Krispy Kreme that's here, it's weird to get in there. I'm like, that's not even worth it.
It's always worth it.
I know, but I tell myself it's not worth it.
I'll down there getting their car wreck. Turn that bitch around. I'll try to flip a bitch so fast. And everyone looks at me and they're like, oh, hot signs on.
Hot signs on.
That's how it is. Like where we're at, where we live. The people are like, oh, it's cool.
I got it.
It's
I
cool.
understand.
No one even like flicks you off. They're like, oh, The hot sign.
I will say the last time I like super indulged in like donuts on like a daily basis was when we went to Vegas. I was 12. I do not recommend going to 12 at like Vegas when you're that young.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
I was at a wedding. It was family stuff. I had no choice.
Yeah.
But there was a Krispy Kreme. It wasn't even a shop. It was really more like, you know how when you go to some of these sandwich shops and they have like the conveyor belt?
Uh-huh.
They were just making donuts.
Yeah.
All day.
All day.
Oh. I got a butterscotch donut every morning.
That's awesome. You ever had one? You ever had one with bacon on it?
Yes, I got that last time. The maple and bacon. It was so good.
Yeah, it's so good. There's a place in Atlanta called Revolution Donut. They make fantastic donuts.
Yeah.
They make gluten-free ones too, which makes it seem like you're healthy,
but
you're not.
It's not.
It's still a donut.
It's still a donut with sugar, more sugar on it.
Yeah, but they are good. They're fantastic.
Oh, I bet they're good.
Man, I
gotta stay away from those stuff because I won't stop. Like I'll have like sugar cravings for days after.
Yeah, there's a book. It's by the Dave Asprey.
I haven't read a book, but I've seen Fed Up, a documentary.
Do you just say I don't? Do you just say I don't read a book?
I don't read a book. I don't read books too often.
Okay, I won't even bring it up then.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a book by Dave Asprey that other people who like to read.
Yeah,
check it out.
All you readers,
out there. He's the bulletproof guy, like bulletproof coffee, bulletproof diet. Like he get
Don't you know that guy?
I don't know him personally.
Who's the guy that you know?
Who do
he makes
I know?
like the ancient something.
Josh Axe.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah,
he's got some stuff.
Yeah, he's got like over 1 million followers or something on Facebook.
Nice.
And his Facebook page just got taken down.
Ugh.
Because he was talking about he wasn't talking about COVID. He was just talking about here's some supplements you could take that help your body work better, help your immune system. So they took they deleted or whatever they do.
They're like, this is misinformation. You can't have this. We're trying to push our vaccine. Get out of here.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. And all he was just doing was just talking about different supplements and stuff. You know, it's kind of crazy. Nothing like, hey, put this crystal in your pocket and you'll never get sick. Nothing like that. He was just like, hey, your body needs magnesium for this, or it needs vitamin D for that, or whatever he was talking about.
They're going to take this podcast down.
Oh, man.
Like he's saying things.
I got blacklisted off of Facebook for like 2 months.
Yeah.
When I was posting videos I was like, for the office that I had, I would post videos and stuff, and then I said something that pissed off Facebook, and I got.
They were like, we don't like that shit.
Yeah, and then I wasn't even talking anything inflammatory. Like I have a lot of inflammatory things to say, but I don't put them on Facebook when it comes to that. But yeah, so I got blacklisted or shadow banned. Not shadow banned. That's something different. It was where they put like the thing over it, saying this is misinformation.
Yeah, and you can't click on it.
Yeah.
You can't look at the link.
Yeah, and I wasn't even talking about anything COVID related. It was all about like helping your body work better on the inside.
Yeah.
Well, why would they not want that on there right now?
I don't know. I just don't understand when people try to like gain control.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't get. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Say you have everything. You got people doing all your stuff. You got all the monies. Okay. Then what?
What's wrong with What's wrong with information? Like that's what fascism is. Like when you go to like the far radical left of far progressive things.
Yeah.
I'm left leaning on just about everything, but I'm not radical in anything.
No.
Yeah. You know, the radical conservative is like the awful Hitler KKK stuff. The radical left is like, I think Mussolini, or like it's the fascism or whatever over this side. And I hate freedom of speech. I don't know if they, but like
I know that all means they. I say that all the time. And I'm like,
but like, what's wrong with freedom of speech? Like, you should be able to say stuff, and like, if you don't agree with it, just.
Well, it's because we don't know how to think for ourselves anymore. We just take information. We're like, yep, that's what I think now.
Yeah, but if someone's cultivating the information, like, is it really information, or is it brainwashing?
Yeah. We'll see in the next few months, man. Like, everybody's going to be like, hey, have you heard about this vaccine? Like, you're not going to be able to go anywhere unless you get the vaccine.
Or you get like a chip in your arm where they can like track you.
Bro, we already got chips. What are you talking about? We carried around in our pockets.
Yeah, I'm talking about one like in your skin.
Yeah, but we got them on their debit cards. They already got us.
They got me.
We chipped already. You wearing it. We got it next to us. We both have our phones next to us. Like,
I got slave chips all over me.
They know where you got that more stuff over there. They already got us on that level.
Fuck you guys. Fuck. We're stuck. What are we supposed to do, man?
I don't know. Just like continue to be happy.
Yeah, but I
don't know. That's where the they doesn't like. They don't like when the population is happy. So I think just like
it's true.
Stay like vibrating high, man.
Yeah.
We're on that Kundalini. Like open up some stuff.
Fire breath.
Yeah, it's just like keep activating.
Yeah, man. Like that's one way that if you get really into that.
People who didn't see us, so it's probably like,
What the
Okay.
fuck we were just doing the fire breath, which is like crazy. Like I actually wasn't really doing it, but like
Yeah.
it's a method of breathing in Kundalini, which is an ancient form of yoga.
I don't know.
Ish.
I guess if you go off yoga and the other aspects of yoga, it's not the asana movement of yoga. This is like
But it's
tapping
not,
into your brain.
but it's not new. Like it's not like
No,
booty
definitely not
bouncing hip hop yoga.
No,
You know what I mean? It's-
booty with an eye yoga.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not
No,
that.
I'm not moving to hip hop. That's not, man. I see some of that stuff. I'm like, you guys are gonna throw out your lumbar spine. Like, you really need to be careful.
well, you shouldn't mix certain words. Like certain things are just different and distinct.
Yeah, it's like stop trying to brand it. Like, leave it alone.
Yeah, yoga is yoga. It has a certain thing that makes it that, and if you just put something else into it and tap on the yoga brand, it
Yeah,
doesn't
you're
make
just
it
gonna
yoga
make-
anymore. It's
yeah.
just something else, right?
It's like now it's just trash.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
but-
sure it's fun.
Well, there's nothing wrong with fitness classes.
Yeah.
but it's not.
But it's not yoga.
Yeah, you know.
Like, stop pretending.
But they say like I don't know anyone that's ever done this, but if you get really good in the Kundalini, you can do like these different breathing exercises or
Yeah.
whatever, and then go into like
Trance meditative state.
or like into like the dimensions that like mushroom or psilocybin and like
Yeah.
DMT are supposed to take you into.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of going to Tibet, man.
That's true.
That's what they're up there doing. Breathing. No oxygen up there. They're figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're up in the Himalayan mountains, like getting that good air.
Right behind you, you don't have to turn around and look at it, but
Yeah.
right behind, you're not going to read it anyway because you don't read books.
I don't read.
there's a book called Breathe or Breath. I can't see who read. Oh man, I guess right there. I can't read it.
Let's see.
My
Can I
eyes
see
suck.
it?
James, it's a big yellow book, a medium-sized yellow book.
Nestor?
James Nestor. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a fantastic book. It gets into like, he goes deep into like the mountains.
Into the breath work kind of thing?
Yeah.
Or he's doing like high elevation breathing.
Well, he's researching the yogi masters
Mm-hmm.
that are like in the top of the mountain. Like you can't, they lived in a cave. One guy I think lived in a cave for like 30 years.
Nice.
Like, you're not going to find that guy. Like that's not going to exist anymore.
No.
You know what I mean?
He's probably still up there.
But you know what I mean? There's not going to be another one 30 years from now. I feel like that may be ending soon. There's not very few. There's very few.
I
of
don't know.
them.
Maybe we'll just like reach our hot, like rock bottom and then be like, okay, we need to like go back.
They kind of recycle like clothes.
Yeah.
Like the 80s are back.
It's like we need to get back into our brains. We're dumb right now.
we are so dumb
We're
right
so
now.
dumb. We kind of are.
Yeah.
Like
Facebook, tell me what
Ugh.
you think.
so bad.
But it's a good book. You're not going to read it, but you should.
I mean, I might read it.
You
Is it coming a listening form?
Yeah, the author narrates it. It's good.
Nice.
It's really good. Yeah, he goes and he researches and does all these studies on these people that are like masters at
Mm-hmm.
these different breathing techniques. And besides just interviewing them and talking to them, they hook them up to machines and do like
Oh, cool.
study
Yeah,
their
and do
body.
like their, I
So
guess
you-
not really an EKG, but like
different
do
things,
brainwave
do
things.
brain stuff, all these different physiological tests, so you can see how they can control and actually alter
Yeah.
their physical state.
The Iceman's my favorite.
I don't know the Iceman.
The Iceman gets into just like ridiculous cold situations and can really monitor his breath. And he like hiked Mount Everest in like flip flops.
Oh, you talking about that? That's crazy.
Yeah, Iceman.
Iceman.
He gets in like these ice baths. And he's like, I'm cool.
I can't do it.
Yeah. He's like a normal dude. Like he's,
He's totally normal except for he just.
I mean, he might have like some cool physiological thing that makes him like better at doing that, obviously. And then like the guy who does all the free climbing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what's it called? Oh, I think his name is James. I don't know. I could
It
be-
is. It's James or John.
Yeah, something with a J. And he's just like, who needs a lead to
That's
catch me if I
crazy.
fall?
Yeah, that's
But,
crazy.
The last podcast I was listening to, they were talking about like how just cool, calm, and collective he does during all of that. So I mean, his hands probably sweat less. You know, he's able to like map out where he's going better whenever he's doing these free climbs. So some people are just like wired different.
Yeah, I have
Their
to.
nervous system is just like on
Well,
point.
yeah, well, they work at it.
Yeah.
Like that one dude lived in a cave and
Yeah.
practiced that shit for like 30 years.
Like singularity focus on things. Like people do some really cool stuff whenever they get to that point.
That is true. It's like laser beam focus for real.
Yeah.
I have to reread
That's
that.
kind of how I like wish I stayed in with color. That's why I was so like jazzed up about occupational therapy. I was like, I can do this plus color. Like, man.
Plus color.
Like if I can tap into other people's brain, be like, all right, let's start looking at color differently and break it down so that you can look at one color and see 30 colors.
You just blew my mind.
Oh, it's so fun.
I just saw it in black and white when you said that.
That's probably the best. I think that's what gets me most jazzed up about color is like seeing not just the color you're looking at, but seeing the different hues that makes it up with, all the things that blend it together. That's the best.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Just
I mean, I'm
tapping
glad that
in.
you love it. I mean, I like
it's
color.
so good.
I feel like I like color like a regular person likes
Yeah,
color.
that's fair.
But I like that you like color like you like color.
I love color, man. It's so good. And my hair is so colorful right now. You guys can't see it really right now, but it's all the colors.
It's pretty dope.
It's pretty colorful.
It's tanzanite.
Tanzanite.
Is it tanzanite? Did I say it right?
That is actually the name of the
color, right?
The color that I bought, yeah.
I've never dyed my hair before.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good on the inside. Like it literally changes kind of how you see yourself in the mirror, just like bringing out different tones in your skin.
Yeah. Well, you don't get a haircut very often, I would imagine.
I mean, not too much.
Yeah. Like, so for me, I get my haircut like every 2 to 3 weeks
yeah,
usually.
so it just come out.
Well, besides that, every 2 or 3 weeks, same thing. We'll look in the mirror. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the same kind of feeling, but I don't have to color it. I just, every time I get a haircut, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it is different having long hair and it changes from the top. And so I can keep color in for a long time because it's on the bottom and just keeps growing with me. So I can just keep it.
We just grow together,
Just growing together, man. That's yeah, awesome. Like my dreads. You were talking about my dreads
Yeah,
earlier.
I can't believe they didn't smell like shit.
No, I kept them clean.
No, it's cool. I never met some good smelling dreads.
That's fair.
I guess those were not my clean hippie friends. Those were my dirty hippies.
Just dirty old hippies.
Old dirty hippies.
They call them Wooks now.
Oh, do they?
A Wook.
A Wook, okay.
Yeah, that's like festival life.
Is that dirty hippie or clean hippie?
Dirty hippie.
No, I don't like Wooks.
Like they come into these festivals like you don't know how they got a ticket. You don't know how they got in. You have no idea what's in their pockets. A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey man, can I borrow a lighter? Hey man, can I borrow a sleeping bag? Hey man, can I sleep at your campsite?
I wouldn't let a Wook borrow my sleeping bag.
I mean,
I'd be like, nah, bro, you could have that sleeping bag.
Yeah, yeah. That's definitely the best route to go about. It's like, you probably don't want it back. No offense to all my Wook folk out there. But Wook. But it's like, yeah, you probably don't want it back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You can keep that.
But I mean, it's kind of fun. Like festival life, we'll have to dive into that at some point. I don't think I've ever missed something so much in my life than I do like music festivals. Yeah, I mean, by now would have hit like 3 festivals and like at least 4 or 5 shows, and like live music is just not a thing right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I love music like a lot. Like I'm really into music. I've never been to a festival before, which is why when I was thinking about it, I was like, and I look at festival T-shirts. So look at the back of T-shirts.
Right, and you're like, man, I would love to see all those people.
All these people. So it's not like, I don't like this music. I'm like, oh, yep. I just have never went. I have no idea. I was thinking about it.
I mean, it's a small investment. You definitely have to pay for these like 3-day music festivals.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, that's not what was keeping me. That wasn't the barrier to go. It never crossed my mind.
That you could even be like, wow, I can go do this thing.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't like, no one around me was like, hey man, we're going to go to Burning Man. Or whatever. I know it's a big one.
That's a huge one.
I was just using that as for example. Yeah. Actually, there's no music at Burning Man, is there?
Yeah, there's music.
Is there? Okay.
There's more like...
I thought that was more about the community.
It is, okay, yeah. And like people bringing things and like creating different things. A lot of workshops, a lot of sound baths, I'm sure. It's people sitting in big circles of gongs just ringing all the way around them. I bet that's fun.
So that was one thing when I first got introduced to that, I thought that was going to be weird.
A sound bath?
Yeah. It's fucking awesome.
They're so good.
Yeah, it's really cool, man.
Talk about vibrating high.
Yeah. That when I leave one of those, I'm like, magic's real.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like even just tuning forks. That's a whole massage modality.
Yeah.
Getting tuning forks, and they have different sound frequencies, and you can just kind of reshift people. And that's my like connection with crystals is. Yeah. Just like, all right, tap in. How can I tune into my amethyst in my pocket?
You know what my connection to tuning forks is? I can't remember if it's 164, the frequency. I can't remember the frequencies anymore.
The perfect one is 432.
Is that the perfect? Yeah.
Yeah.
But whichever one I used to have in my doctor's bag, like if you dong it and you put it on a broken rib or a broken bone, it hurts like shit.
Oh, I bet.
But that's the whole reason I had
the whole
it.
Healing.
Yeah. So like
let me check onto that.
Yeah. So the whole reason I had them wasn't to help you heal. It was to find out if your ribs are fucked up or not.
Yeah. Let's see. What's the sacred frequency sound?
Oh man, like there's I don't know how well it translates through YouTube, but like I listen to a lot of the meditation type music and sounds, and it'll tell you what frequency they're set to.
Yeah, I have that on.
But like I don't know.
Yeah, 432 is like what you're singing bowls and like a lot of these Native American flutes. Yeah, there's a few of them. 558 or 528, 432, 424 have all been called like universal, cosmic, sacred, natural, because they all come to a 440 harmonics. And like whenever you go into that, man, you get into like Pythagoras, and you get in like the math. You get math into numbers, and that's like sacred geometry, and it's a whole thing.
I want that to be magic.
That is magic.
That is
the magic.
That's the magic that I want.
That's the magic science where you can't deny that.
No, I love magic science.
Yeah.
I think that's the best part.
Oh, that's probably my favorite video. There's what is it called? It's super short, but it goes through all of our like platonic solids, which are just like you have one at like a triangle shape, which is like your first solid shape. Whenever it has a triangle, it's like the first shape you can make into a 3D figure within the least amount of sides. So this little video goes through, it tells you about Pythagorean Pythagoras and how he has his Pythagorean theorem and like his math stuff. And he wasn't even trying to do sound and frequency. And then you just look at his work to like anything you know about music and they just happen to match up.
That's crazy.
But the end of this video goes through all your platonic solids, plays the frequency of the internal, what the internal math equals up to in the inside. You know, like a circle is what, 360, square is 360, a triangle is a little less. And it plays them all at a sound, and then it plays them together, and it sounds like fucking angels.
Does it?
Yeah,
that's
it's
awesome.
really cool. I'll
Cool.
have to show that to you. It's really good.
Yeah. So like the singing baths, right? Those are like these. I don't know. They've been using them for thousands of years. These bowls. I don't know what they're made out of.
Some of them are like made out of copper. Some of them are made out of different crystals. I've seen some like quartz crystal, rose crystal. So I think it just depends.
Okay, and then you like I don't know if you can like have you ever seen this on like any type of show or movie? They hit them on the side and they spin these sticks.
Yeah,
it's not really a stick.
I'll bring one next time.
Yeah, sound bowls are cool, and you spin them, and as you start spinning them, it starts making this humming sound, and different. Yeah, and the different bowls sound different, and so like I've been in a sound bath where I've had like a lot of those hit me at the same time, and when I got done with that, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Whoa. Yeah,
man.
Those are super fun.
Yeah, I was just like, I think something spiritual just happened to me. But they have the same type of videos on YouTube, and they'll tell you the frequencies and stuff and what they mean. But I never had the same experience like listening to it through YouTube as I did like
actually being able to feel it. I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, live music's great.
You feel it because it's loud.
You feel the resonance in your body.
Yeah.
There's on like another end of like sound. There's this. I don't know if you can even call them a band. They are a group of individuals who make music sounds. And they're called Sunno, like SUNNO.
Okay.
Sun is a type of amplifier, like it's a company, like the SUNN. And Sunno uses like 50 gazillion of them, and they come out in like hoods. They look like what you would expect like a druid monk to look like.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they just come out and just like wah, and they just make these sounds. And a friend of mine went to one of these shows before. And they said just everyone had to wear earplugs. Like they were given earplugs at the door because it will break your eardrum.
It will break you.
There's so much sound. But he was saying that he was standing there and he just opened his mouth and his vocal cords were shaking. And like they have a fog machine in there and you can see the vibration in the physical air.
That's crazy.
It's intense.
Have you been to one of these shows?
I haven't, but I've listened to their song called Big Church. And I get goosebumps just thinking about it. It's so good.
It probably different, like I said, in person. You can feel it.
Oh, I bet it's so intense. I mean, like I said, I've never missed anything more than live music right now. Just like feeling the bass, and then feeling everyone else around you. That's the best part.
Yeah, there's a thing. I can't remember what it's called. It's not synchronicity. That's not it. There's something when a group of people, a collective consciousness. Sorry, like when a group of people comes together.
That hive mind, man.
Yeah, it's trippy, man. Like that's a cool thing to be a part of, especially when it's resonating, vibrating to a cool, to a positive,
to like
place.
a high vibration, and everyone is there and everyone's vibing to it. It's good.
The flip side of that is the mob mentality.
Yeah,
when it just snaps and people just freak the fuck out,
and that's what like a
riots
angry
happen.
beehive. Yeah. Like whenever things start swarming, like one person sends off that like scared signal. Ants do it, bees do it,
people do it.
Yeah,
that's how people
bears
riot.
do it.
Bears. That's how they riot. That's how riots start. You take each individual that's in a riot separate on their own accord.
They're like, oh man, that was weird. Why did I do that?
Yeah, they would never throw a rock in that small business that had nothing to do with whatever they're pissed off at. You know what I mean? But
just feel this angst in you, and you're just like, they have to do something.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy how that collective consciousness. So it's kind of it is cool to be a part of it when it's flowing in the good. In the good.
Yeah, we want that good shit, man.
We do want that good shit.
That good shit.
How do you feel about meditation? Do you meditate?
I wouldn't say I'm really strict with it, but I've gone through like different cycles of where I've focused more time on it. I've done like the deprivation tanks where I'm like floating in the like heavy amounts of the Epsom salt and warm temperatures and no sound, no light. Those are super awesome. We have one here in the Columbus area, Uptown Float. They good people.
Yeah, I want to do one of those. It's something that's on like on top of my list.
Yeah, it's really nice. Especially if you're good at letting go.
Gotcha.
Some people don't like the quiet because their brain can't shush.
But that's the whole point.
I mean, I guess so. If like shushing is what is like, yeah, if shush is your like point of your meditating, I like to kind of get some clarity. And sometimes that could be like moving through a stream of thoughts and like getting to like, what's my point of all these thoughts and like get down to the bottom of it. I have no problem letting go or like quieting my mind, but I think I've been doing breath work since I was an infant. So most people don't know, obviously, because I don't carry it around with me anymore in public, but I have like a baby blanket.
All right.
That I've always had, and I used to smell it, and I would just breathe through like this heavy cloth. And so like that was my quiet time, was like deep, long breath. And then it wasn't until I like got older, started meditating, doing all these things, finding breath work. And I'm like, damn, I've been doing this for a long time.
Y'all just jumping on?
Like, right. It's like, you just jumping on this train. I've been on it.
I was into, how much I was, I go cyclical as well when it comes to meditating. I was really, I won't say really, I was going hard as fuck on meditating.
I was getting shit down with that stuff.
It doesn't really go. I was going ham, right?
Yeah.
But when I was consistent, it's probably a better way to look at it.
Consistency is
it was very, very, very beneficial because I have a hard time quieting my mind.
Yeah.
For the good and the bad. Sometimes it gets rocking and rolling in a good direction. Sometimes it gets rocking and rolling in a bad direction. It just goes.
It just depends on which avenue it's going to be.
Yeah, right. So that's just, I've been that way. And so it was very, very helpful and beneficial. And like I was kind of going through, like, it was really great. Like I was progressing in different positive waves. And I hit this kind of spot in my meditation practice, I think is what you call it.
Yeah, your practice. Because you're continuously doing it. There's no end goal.
And then I started getting really angry as I meditated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I hated it. That was like the exact opposite, man. Like I already have all this anger inside of me. Anyway, I'm trying to calm all this shit down,
it's
right?
like, man, I'm trying to get out of this headspace. Why am I still here?
Exactly, right? Because I have like this stuff inside of me. I'm always trying to like, not suppress it. I'm trying to release it, I guess.
Yeah. Change the energy and how it's flowing and put it towards something better.
Yeah, so everything was going really good. And then I hit this wall, where I was getting really angry as I was doing it, and then so I stopped doing it. And then every time I kind of put a parking brake on it. But I've been told by people who are professional meditators that that's part of the process. That you got to a different layer. That's one of the layers I need to work through. I haven't worked through it yet because I'm not as consistent as I used to. Like I used to do it every day.
It's a practice.
Yeah, I was doing it every day.
Gotta get back on it.
Yeah, man. I used to always say there's too much evil inside of me. That's what I used to say because it sounds dramatic and magical and like misty, like. But and kind of true. But like just I've refocused, reframed the words. It's too much, a lot of pain.
Yeah.
So I
mean, you've gone through a lot, and I barely know you. The stuff I do know, it's like that's intense for like the start of life, and then like moving into it. It's a lot to process.
It is a lot. You figure out process. I mean, like I don't know. I think I've done very well. I'm pretty well adjusted. Like,
I mean, you're not an asshole, so that's a good start.
Yeah. I mean, like if I didn't have a podcast and talk about stuff openly, like no one would know this stuff. So I think I've done a pretty good job of being about work on it very, very hard, like being a good person. So not to spread the fucking disease, man. It's like pain is a social contagion.
Yeah.
Like if you have it, it just comes off you. If you think corona is fucking contagious, like that shit is like
pain and negativity. That one's
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a real pandemic right there.
Yeah, right.
Shit, yeah.
But I haven't been able to work through that layer. When I start meditating, I get like this anger, like of things. I don't know what it is. Like instead of being peaceful and calm, when I come out of it, I'm like the opposite of peaceful and calm.
Yeah, you're feeling like this internal
rage.
Does it feel more like angsty, like you feel like you have to move or like have like an explosion of self, or is it just like, man, my headspace just changed and I don't like it?
That one.
Yeah.
It's like the pain.
Yeah.
Like I used to call it the evil. It's not, it's really just the pain starts coming through, and like no one likes to like reminisce or like be in the state of pain and all the
we do everything like, how much can I like get this symptom of pain to go away?
Yeah. And all the rippling emotions that are involved with that. So like I haven't been able to work through that layer. I haven't tried though in a while. I'm just, as you were talking about, we were talking about something, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna start working on my meditation practice again.
Got to.
It's like I got a little bit more free time now.
Yeah, well, and two, just like you're in a good place, like physically, like this space is really fun. You guys can't see all the space, but it's a good space.
There's angles everywhere.
Yeah, there's angles. There's good natural light. Like there's been like
it's a 360-degree fucking fireplace in the middle of the house.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Classic.
It is pretty classic. But yeah, so I got to get back on my meditation. But that's where I'm at. I was really doing really well. There's Tony Robbins has like a whole thing of, he calls it priming. He primes his mind for the day.
Yeah.
So I went through, I did his system of priming, which has the Kundalini fire breath.
Yeah.
It has meditation and visualization, journaling. I do all that stuff every day. I kind of cut out the meditation, and that was always connected with visualization. So I've had a hard time with that. But I got to implement that back into, because when I do those things, like when I do all the things they say you need to do to change your life, when I do all those, I do a lot of them.
Yeah.
I think I maybe do too many, but when
I do every piece of like self-help.
I work on myself a lot, right? Yeah. I read the books, but then I implement what the things say. But I do. If you ever YouTube it or Google like what Tony Robbins priming is, that's basically what it is. He goes into like what to visualize and all that type of stuff or whatever. But the details of it. It takes about 15 or 20 minutes. But
Which isn't that long.
Yeah, right.
Like
but when I did
do that.
Yeah, when I did that and I did all the other stuff, man, like it really like helped shape or prime my mind for the things that were coming up, all the things to get through, and kind of like make the way I look at life the way it is.
I sing really loud in my car.
That's how you do it?
That's how I prime my day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, man.
Yeah, my favorite stuff to like, and it's not even like singing the words, like, you know who you are, and you're singing the instruments.
That's the best part.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I listen to like Big Gigantic and Grizz, and there's a lot of like saxophone in there, and it's just funky.
So it's not
so good.
So it's not my favorite genre. No, not that. But classic rock is not my favorite genre of music. Mm-hmm. But growing up in Georgia,
you're going to hear it.
You're going to hear it, right?
You're going to hear it,
There's
man.
just no way around it, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I know all the classic rock songs.
Yeah. Is reggae your favorite? What's your favorite?
What's my favorite music? Hip hop.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, hip hop and reggae would probably.
I'm not cool enough to be in hip hop. Like,
oh man,
I'm not cool.
We can make you cool. Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm all in on hip hop, and then reggae would probably.
Reggae's so good.
Yeah, reggae, ska. I like ska better than reggae.
That's fair.
Kind of like the California reggae. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that a little bit.
You'd really like Treehouse.
Yeah, you would tell me that.
Treehouse is so good.
I don't like the punk when they do the ska. Is like the California.
It's like fun, like.
And then every once in a while,
Big Fish, and
every once in a while they'll throw in a punk song.
Yeah,
I don't know why they do that. Like they're all chill, and there's a punk song. I'm like,
you got to stay in the scene, man. You got to keep you got to keep all of like the.
I guess for like performance wise, like a show, like you got to have some energy. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, people need to donkey kick when they go to those shows.
Donkey kick.
Oh yeah, they got to punch. I'm always scared of those shows. I was like, I'm not getting hit. Someone's gonna hit me in the teeth. Come out with no teeth.
Come out. I came in with all of them.
All of them, and now I got 4.
What the fuck?
Like shit, I need those.
Hip hop. Reggae, just in general reggae.
Yeah,
I don't like dance hall reggae. We can get to the different like genres of it. Like that's like the Big Sean, and it's not Big Sean. Oh man, not Big Sean. He's a hip hop guy. What's that Sean? Oh man, I can't remember his name.
That's fair.
Anyways, you know him. He's got all. And then I don't like country. Country is my least favorite.
I'll make you slit your wrist somewhere. Yeah, sorry, that's rude. That's a trigger. But it's hard. That's some rough stuff to listen to.
Well, I mean, hip hop's pretty rough to listen to. I guess it's just what rough do you like?
Sad.
That's true.
Hip hop is like.
Sadness,
struggle, and like overcoming struggle, and more, like just like
it's just more like, hey, there's a lot of fucked up shit's happened, but we're gonna say it in a fun way.
Yeah, and you're gonna be like, wow, I should really like get better.
Country's kind of like more. There's a lot of fucked up shit's happened, and we're gonna say it in a fucked up way,
and we're gonna keep you there. We're gonna talk about how your dog died and everyone left you.
Yeah, no,
sad, man. I can't with that. And I'm just not a fan of like the draw.
Yeah, well, I have the draw.
Yeah,
but I'm not a fan of the draw.
You don't keep it though. You don't. It slips out, but you don't like.
I bet some of our listeners would beg to differ.
Got that heavy accent.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you should see me when I'm in Tennessee, man. It comes out hard.
Yeah, it depends on, you know, like when I talk to my dad or people that were from the same city that I'm from or whatever. Yeah, my accent comes out.
Yeah.
I love my accent, so I'm not like. I am from the South or whatever, so I'm not someone that's like, I don't want to have my accent. I love my accent because where I'm from, you know, I talk how I talk.
Yeah.
But
country's rough. I don't want to listen to it.
Yeah, that's true. But I do want to, like, for my particular self, want to say words correctly.
Yes, I do like enunciation because I'm really bad.
Yeah, so like I try like you know like a southern thing like finna.
Yeah, I am about to.
Yeah, so I'll say I'm about to go do this. I'll say it in a southern accent, but I won't say finna.
Yeah,
I used to. You know what I mean? That was a hard one. The hardest one.
Is it y'all?
No, I say y'all. Y'all is a perfectly acceptable word. So
sure.
Yeah. So like that's a good word. Oh, so like whenever I'm with my dad, for some reason, I haven't seen my dad in years, but the last time whenever we talk, people always like, dude, your fucking accent, it's crazy.
I mean, it comes out.
Yeah, the hardest one is finger.
Finger?
Yeah, finger.
Like your phalange?
Yeah, it sounds pretty regular, right?
Yeah.
Finger.
Yeah, finger.
Yeah, finger.
Finger.
Like with an F-A-N.
Finger.
Yeah, that's not a word. So like, I tried, that one took forever.
You know what one's really fun to say?
What?
Water.
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 Instead of water with like D's.
Water.
Yeah, water.
Yeah.
Water.
My grandma, you say your grandparents are from Germany, right?
Yeah.
Mine are from, like I told you, my great grandma was a fucking indentured servant.
Or cotton
picking cotton.
days.
Yeah, right. So just to give you like, I don't even know if the word is real, like ruined. That's the word.
Ruined?
Yeah, that's the, okay, you ruined that shirt.
Yeah, ruin.
Yeah, they'll say runt.
Ruin. Ooh,
You
I
runt.
haven't heard that
You
one.
never heard runt? You're going to runt it.
You're going to ruin it now.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
You guys out there from the
Runt.
south.
Wrench it, runt it, finna,
Finna.
fixin' to.
No, my dad's more of a thing and a thing because he doesn't always know the word. If you're bilingual, I'm sure you've had these, like, you're just like, man, your brain's just like not connecting to either language. And it's just like the thing.
That.
That.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't know. I've never understood why people that have, like, let's say they're in America and they speak English with an accent.
Yeah.
They get, like, I don't know if it's still a thing, but like back in the day, they would like think that people are stupid. Like,
Oh, right. It's like, dude, they just learned another language.
Yeah.
It's like, they ain't dumb.
yeah,
They just don't speak your language.
exactly. I've been trying to learn Spanish for fucking 30 years and I can barely say red. Rojo.
Well. Rojo.
Like,
You got to get those R's. Though.
yeah, man. Like,
Yeah,
my,
German's really hard too. They have a lot of like,
yeah.
like in the back of your throat.
He's
So
got,
there's like and.
is that why the Germans' necks are always so fucking
Dude, so I
vascular?
really
I
think
just
it's
watched
why-
your neck just go like into
Yeah,
spasm.
so I also really think it's why a lot of Germans have almost a turned down mouth because they have to do this like sound. So like
So they're not frowning.
no,
They're just-
that's just like the way that they're muscular. Like that's really like watching a lot of these German shows that are like German actors, German language, and like seeing how their mouth moves. And I feel like that's why I'm having a lot of like a hard time creating the like perfect sound. Is because my mouth isn't turned down like that. Like this
Ew.
You have an and an
Ew.
sound.
Sorry, it's fun to say.
Those are the only ones that I can like myself hear the difference. But like, yeah, it's intense.
That is intense.
It's hard.
Huh, I never thought about that because a lot of German people, like, you know,
They do look like they're kind of like,
yeah, I'm stereotyping, obviously, right? But
they do look like they're not smiling.
I mean, it's because
I think they're just the way their mouth rests while they're in a neutral position is a little bit more turned down because of the way that they make their vowel sounds.
you get the motherfuckers turned up.
Yeah, but like, ew. Get the motherfuckers turned.
Ew.
Ew.
All right,
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah,
episode number
6,
7.
7.
Rocking out, man.
Heck yeah.
Anyways, I don't think we even started. Like, okay, let's start the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's start. We didn't even start. This is the pre-podcast. So
pre-
welcome to Never 99.
Never 99.
We're going to talk
here.
about fantastic nonsense today.
Yeah, that's what
Someone
we do.
asked me what our podcast was about. I was like, man,
It's kind of about health.
kinda.
Mental health, maybe more than like. I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's fucking important.
Yeah, it is.
Fantastic nonsense.
Yeah, I think it's good to kind of get it out.
It's about unicorns,
Unicorns and color magic. And
color magic.
frequencies,
frequencies.
and vibration and sacred geometry. That's what I'm about.
There you go. Well, that's
my
what
junk.
that's my fucking
That's my
jam.
jam right there.
Anyways, never99.com. Come find us out. You can if you want to. Well, obviously you're listening to us.
Yeah,
But
right
that's
here.
where everything's at, man. We're on all the podcast apps. We're on YouTube. You should subscribe to our YouTube channel. We don't have very many subscribers because I deleted it on accident.
Whoopsie doopsies.
Yeah, that's cool. But we're there, so you can watch our faces, so you can see
Yeah.
what the fuck's happening. Twitter. Oh, how many Twitter followers?
Oh,
we
yeah,
have?
I saw you were like, I got a follower.
The Hundo Nation responded, man.
Hundo Nation.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I just made that up.
Oh, oh, the Hundo Nation.
Yeah,
like
man.
the rest of our people who are living
Just our-
100% life.
Yeah, man. We're just talking fucking no filter, man. No bullshit.
Or all the bullshit.
Yeah, it depends on how you look at it.
Unfiltered, good bullshit.
Yep. So we had 0. So I'm looking at my phone right now. We had
Yeah.
0 followers last. We have 70 followers.
Damn.
So maybe people do use Twitter.
Twitter's real.
Twitter's fucking real, man.
I think the only thing you shouldn't look up Twitter is like yourself. You should probably never Google yourself unless you're really like on your ego horse and you need to come back down.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're probably not there yet, but that's what I keep hearing all these like you know, like Mike Tyson was talking about. He's like, or was talking like Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg. He's like, man, I don't fucking Google myself.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do it,
Mike.
Just don't do it, Mike.
Don't
Like, we
do it,
love
Mike.
you. Just know that people love you.
Don't do it.
You are the champion.
Come find us.
Never 99.
Never99.com. No numbers for the website. It's
Yeah.
all spelled out because to use the numbers, it was like $7,000 to buy the website.
You don't want that.
No, we didn't want that. So we didn't get that one. All the social medias, including Twitter, which is real. Apparently
It's
people
real.
do fucking use Twitter. It's Never 99 podcast. Never 99 podcast with the numbers. Anyway, that's
Nice.
complicated. Just go to the website. You can find all that shit.
And it'll be there and you can just click it.
Click it, man. The website looks good. I just redid it. I'm very proud of it because I made it. I made the logos too, just so you guys know. I'm very
the
proud.
logo is really fun. I like the like minimal, like what is it, compression art concept.
Yeah, and it's
where
got
it's
got the ninja because you're all about ninja life.
I do like scaring people and doing the ninja things.
And I got the little
Sneak-
alien shit because I fucking love aliens.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's cool. Share it with your friends because that's how people hear. I don't know how people find podcasts. People tell me about podcasts. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. I'll check it out. So
I only know like podcasts you've told me about because
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's how people like. So if you think that this is interesting or if someone would like our brand of fantastic nonsense, share it, man. That'd be cool. We want some new buddies. If
we
you,
want some friends.
yeah, go to the website. If you check this thing out, man, it's kind of new. If you go to the website and you look at the bottom right-hand corner of your phone or the computer screen, there's a blue button. If you click it, it's a little microphone.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and then
Can
you
they
can
send us messages?
yeah, voicemails.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I know, and then we can put them on the show. You guys can be part of the show.
Yeah, they can come in and say cool things.
That would be cool. I don't know how to do call-in technology. Someone asked me if they could call on the show, and I was
It's
like,
I
can do
like
it.
put our phone up to the.
I could do it with this. You could with this big fancy thing here. We could hook
yeah.
phones up here. It works
Oh,
really
okay.
good. But I don't know how to do it yet.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we love you guys.
Bye, guys. It's nice seeing you again.